Welcome to Shadow Crown Book Club with Sabina and Millie. I'm Sabina.
Which that should make me Millie.
I hope so. Today we are doing our 2025 TBR.
Yes. So our physical TBR that we want to read in 2025.
Like things we've already bought and just haven't read yet.
Yeah. And we're prioritizing for 2025.
We're gonna try our best.
Books that are in Kindle Limited that we want to read in 2025.
From my loving husband, I'm getting a Kindle for Christmas.
She's getting the color soft.
I'm getting the color
soft. Jealous. I bought my Kindle a month or two before the color soft came out.
Yeah.
And I feel like robbed.
Would you say you're gonna live vicariously through?
Yeah, I'm gonna live vicariously through her pictured covers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll finally have a Kindle Unlimited too for.
I gotta give her some Kindle Unlimited Rex.
Yeah. So my list is literally separated by all the physical books I already have that I haven't read yet, and then it's TikToks I've seen, or Instagram Reels, or even Facebook Reels or whatever that I've seen and screenshotted, or TikToks that I've saved. Yeah. I just went through and wrote them all down so I could actually see them. Because now that I'll have Kindle Unlimited, I should be able to read them all and not have to pay for them.
Yeah.
Pay for them.
Girl math. We don't pay for the books.
Yes.
If you have Kindle Unlimited. And I also have some books that come out in 2025 that is my most anticipated read of the year.
There's only one that two. There's two that I'm excited for that come out this year.
Yeah. I just am very into the know, so I know a lot of things that are coming out. Yeah.
But also you're a big series person, so
I am.
Most of those are series that the next book's coming out in that series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a very big series person. I don't like to stop a series in the middle to read another book, and I have been the past couple of months, and it's driving me bananas because I'm
I had to do it literally this week because I was too slow.
I cannot do it, and when I pick up the next book, I'm my brain, the flow has just been interrupted. It's
whenever I read a series, I have to do a palette cleanse, a totally different genre, different style of book in order to go to a different series or other of the same genre.
I don't have to do that. I can jump from fantasy series to fantasy series back to back.
See, when we first did when we did what was it? Phantasma, and then we were going to switch straight into From Blood and Ash. It was too because I had already read From Blood and Ash. I was there's too much fantasy. I was I need a palette cleanser, and so we had to do what was it? How to End a Love Story. Yeah. I just needed to totally put a break in my brain so that I didn't connect stuff.
If I read a palette cleanser, I'm where's the magic? If it's right after a fantasy book, I'm where's the magic? I'm well, nope. This is contemporary. This is the real world. I'm but it would be cool with a little bit of magic. Just a little dash.
Yeah.
And also I can read hockey romance after hockey romance. Cowboy romance after cowboy romance.
I think 3 is my max.
Yeah.
For hockey romance. So I read 3, the Elle Kennedys, I read all of those back to back, and then I was just I'm done. They're too similar but not similar, but I just couldn't do it. And then same with the Megan Quinn ones. Did 3, the 3 brothers, and then I was I don't think I need to explore more into.
Yeah. Okay, so that's enough about our reading habit. Let's get into what we want to read in 2025.
Yes.
Okay, I will start off. Physical TBR. I want to finish reading the From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I cannot say her name. I have to go slow. So it's The War of Two Queens and A Soul of Ash and Blood. I want to read those. And then I also want from JLA, I want to read the Flesh and Fire series, which is A Shadow in the Embers, A Light in the Flame, A Fire in the Flesh, and Born of Blood and Ash. Those are, whoa. I guess
they're tongue twisters.
They are. It has to do with fire and blood. And different.
And ash and embers and...
That's fire. Yeah. It's just confusing.
It's a lot
Very
of
confusing.
F words. A lot of F. It is. It really is though. From flesh, fire, flesh, flame.
Blood, ash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, continuing.
Those are all on my TBR too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're reading them together.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a video on each of those books.
Yeah.
So
our next one is, in that series, is A Shadow in the Ember.
yes. Well, we have to finish recording.
Yeah. Crying Building Bones. Why would we say it like that? Okay.
Okay. And then continuing on my physical TBR, I have the Magnolia Parks Universe by Jessa Hastings. And that's Magnolia Parks, Daisy Haste, Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home, Daisy Hates, The Great Undoing.
Is this Cowboy?
No, this is actually like the high school
Oh, okay.
thing. It's like a romance, but like, not like,
Like YA romance.
I think maybe, you know, honestly, I don't really know what it's all about.
Okay.
All I know is it's romance, and it's like high school setting, which, I mean, it's fine, whatever. And then the Magnolia Parts, Into the Dark. The covers, I got them the UK version, and they look super cool. I don't think they represent anything about the book. If you see the UK version, you should know. The US version, they're women's feet in heels.
Hmm.
And like some of them have like a pearl necklace, like shopping bags.
On the feet?
I feel like it's like Gossip
Like on
Girl.
the feet or next to the feet?
Next to the feet.
Okay, cool.
So I feel like it's like Gossip Girls kind of vibes, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I'll give my review. And
Yes. Yeah.
I'll tell you what's it about, I guess. And then we have The Boy of Tonman by Chloe Walsh, and that's Binding 13, Keeping 13, Saving 6, Redeeming 6, and Taming 7. And I don't know what the other 7 ones will come out or what the name of it is, but I want to read that too. I don't know if it's going to come out next year, but anyways. That is Rugby.
Oh,
That's the first Rugby.
I love rugby.
So that would be, I think these are high school too,
Good.
but super excited. A lot of people cry.
Is that one UK based too?
You know, I don't know.
Okay.
But a lot of people cry with these, so I'm prepared
Okay.
with my tissues.
Yeah. Okay.
I would have to be in a crying mood. And then another physical TBR, I have Daydream by Hannah Grace,
That's on mine too.
which is the third of the Icebreaker Maple Hill series.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm super excited to read that. I was supposed to read it when it came out. I bought it, and I didn't. Anyways,
I almost bought it today.
really? I should have.
I was close. I was like,
I'll get it for you. Anyways. And then I have a lot of Emily Henry books that I want to read.
all right, let's hear them.
So we have Funny Story. We have People We Meet on Vacation, Happy Place, and Book Lover. Super excited to read those. I think you wanted to read 2 of them.
Yeah, I have on mine Book Lovers and People We Met on Vacation. Yeah.
Everyone says Emily Henry books are so good.
Yeah.
So excited to read them.
I bought one at an airport bookstore because I left the book I was reading at like my friend's house that I went to visit, and so I was like, oh my god, I need something to read on the plane, and so I bought it. I read 1 page and fell asleep the rest of the plane ride, and have not picked it back up since.
Nice.
Yeah. But then I keep seeing it and I'm just like, oh look, it looks so good.
Yeah.
And I just can't pick it up yet.
Yeah. Like I should read that.
Yeah. I just like
Take something
haven't
else.
yeah, I just haven't been in the mood for like
Yeah.
yet.
I'm pretty sure a lot of hers are like rom-coms.
Yeah.
So I have to be in the mood for a rom-com.
Yeah.
Because I literally just read a rom-com and it was way too cheesy. Could not get into it. I was not in the mood for a rom-com.
Yeah.
But
And it really just like sours the taste of the book. Like
Yeah.
if you like aren't in the mood for it.
yeah.
If you're in the mood
I'm
for
a-
it, like every book is amazing, you know? Like,
I'm a very big mood reader and I'm a dummy reader. So I read for the vibes and the vibes for my mood that I'm in. So like it's very hard.
it's like a week later you won't remember the book or what happened, but you remember the vibes.
yeah, I remember the vibes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
then I want to read a lot of the Allie Hazelwood books. I already read 2 this year, and I want to continue into next year reading her books. I want to read The Love Hypothesis with Don't Make Fun of Me, because I haven't read it. I know I told you I was going to read it, but I never.
I'm a big fan.
did it.
Big fan.
Love Theoretically.
Big fan.
Love on the Brain.
Big fan.
And then Check and Mate.
I haven't read that one yet.
I want to read that one. That one seems pretty
Yeah.
cool. I hate that she did that one with a different publisher because the little publisher icon on the books, because that one's like the penguin one, and all the other ones is bloom, I find.
Up top. The Love on the Brain round right there.
No, Berkeley. And then Check and Mate is a little penguin. So it's like Berkeley, penguin, Berkeley. I'm like, dude, what the heck? Why? Why'd you have to mess it up?
Almost all of mine are book of the month, so you can't even tell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least yours, like, book of the month, they're like, it has book of the month and it's cohesive. Yeah.
I just happen to have a duplicate of that one. I don't know how. Because I'm pretty sure I read that one. I think I read the paperback, actually. And then I just accidentally picked it again as my book of the month. But
well, it matches your other ones.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, man.
Yeah. I have two more in my physical TBR, and we have Sky Shade by Alex Astor. Super excited to read that, and I'm very, very mad that she added two more to that series. I mean, I'm glad because, you know, obviously I want the series to continue, but I was gonna start this book prepared for it to end.
A conclusion.
Yeah. Like, ending of last book, I'm like, okay, the next one, it's gonna be all tied up in a bow, and then she tells us there's two more.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I love that for her. I'm gonna buy them, but like, my heart is not prepared to continue.
Also,
like,
that they're making a movie out of it.
Right?
Lightlark.
Yeah.
The first one. But still.
I will be watching it.
Yeah. And it's by the people who made Twilight. Like, that's so cool.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
You literally sent me a TikTok with it saying it.
I don't remember. And the last one for my physical TBR is Wisteria by Adeline Grace. I actually started it, and I was like 3 chapters in, and I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did or whatever. I had to put it down, and then I just forgot that I was reading it and started reading other books, and then restarted the podcast, so like I never went back to it. But I will be going back to it because from the 3 chapters that I did read were amazing. So that is my physical TBR for 2025.
For my existing physical TBR, I have Blood Guard by C.C. Robson, which you also own.
Oh, I do own it.
So
that will be, again,
on yours as well.
On mine as well.
It's really pretty. And then P.S. I Hate You by Lauren Connolly. Check and Mate by Allie Hazelwood, we already talked about. The Dagger and the Flame by Doyle. It literally just says Doyle on the side. I know it'll get the full name if I open it, but I didn't want to open it. But that's the one that I started reading, and then I found out that there's no spice in it. And I was like, And it was when we were starting to do the podcast. I'm like, I'm not going to finish this right now. And so we started Phantasma, and so I DNF'd it, but I'm going to go back to it. Because the storyline was there. But honestly, it was really weird because it starts off very similarly to Phantasma. I got kind of confused between the two or 3 chapters I read of it to Phantasma. I'm like, wait, didn't this happen? I'm like, nope, wrong book. That's why I need a palate cleanser.
Yeah, that's why you need a palate cleanser.
Anyway, The Dark King by Gina L. Maxwell.
Ooh, that sounds...
I got that one as a gift. I don't know what it's about. Next is Lightlark by Alex Astor. I actually DNF'd it. I got 3 chapters in, but I was right off the back of a reread of From Blood and Ash, so I didn't do a palate cleanser. I just wasn't in the mood, and it wasn't that it wasn't good. It was good, but I couldn't keep... My brain couldn't keep up with the world building and stuff, and so I was just not following and not paying attention enough to want to keep reading, so I just stopped. So I was I'll get back to it.
I do gotta say, the beginning, half of the book, I was kind of confused with the world, and then the whole I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but the whole concept of what the book mainly revolves around, and then it finally cleared up to me. I think it was just a me aha kind of moment, my puzzle pieces finally came together. They probably should have came together like way sooner, but like I'm like, oh, this is happening.
Yeah.
But I was enjoying it. I'm like, okay, whatever, let's go.
Yeah, but I'm really excited for that, especially because she talks about it all the time. If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nolan. Okay. Everyone tells me I'm gonna cry.
Oh yes, you need a whole box of tissues ready.
And I just haven't been in the mood to cry yet. But like, I feel like I'm getting there. I feel like after like New Year's, I feel like I'll be like, you know, like emotional like reads, you know, kind of thing.
Okay, whenever you read that emotional book, I'll read an emotional book with you.
Okay.
So it won't be the same one because I already read it.
Yeah, we just cry together.
Yeah.
Salt Kiss by Sierra Simone. That one was a gift as well that I haven't read yet. I don't know anything about it. I don't know what it's about, but I know it's a series. I know there's like 3 or 4 more books in the series. That's why I haven't started it, because I'm scared that if I love it, I'll have to go buy 3 more books.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take that financial responsibility yet, so I haven't read it yet. But I really want to. It looks really pretty. Okay. 2 Megan Quinns, Bridesmaid for Hire and Untying the Knot, which are in the same universe as the like the Not So Meet Cute, So Not Meant to Be in A Long Time Coming, and I read all those and I love them. And then like the 2 in there, like they showed up a little bit in the last one, so I like really wanted to read it, but then I was kind of getting tired of they were too similar again, and I was getting kind of tired of it, so I was just like, I'm gonna take a break and then I'll get back to it. ACOTAR, I have not read.
Oh my god. When you read ACOTAR, I will reread it with you.
Yeah.
For the like 5th time.
Yeah. So that'll probably be one of our like big ones.
Oh, I know this might not be on your your TBR, like Kindle or physical, but Fourth Wing.
I knew she did.
And Iron Flame. And then Onyx Storm, which comes out in January.
Right, yeah.
I will be making you read those.
Got it.
If I have to open your eyes for you and put the book in front of you, you will read it.
I promise I'll read it.
You will love it. I'm telling you.
No, I know.
You love From Blood and Ash so much. I feel like you are going to love Fourth Wing.
I do want to read Fourth Wing. I just
like it's different stories, but like kind of like the same vibes and like. I love it so much.
We're here for the vibes.
It's the vibes.
But I only have the first ACOTAR. And what is the third one? Yeah, the third. She gave me a third one. She had a duplicate. So I have the first and third. So we'll have to get some more of those.
Yeah.
People Will Meet on Vacation and Book Lovers by Emily Henry, which we already talked about. And then Faking with Benefits by Lily Gold. I know that one. She has like 3 roommates, I think. I don't know if it's a why choose or what, but I'm very excited to find out. And I have more like in my physical TBR, but I'm trying to be realistic with this, like what I'm actually going to read in 2025.
Yeah.
And so I'm only picking out ones that like sound like enticing to me right now. So this will probably change. Like there will probably be ones on here that I don't read at all next year, and ones that are still on my shelf that I will read.
Yeah.
So I probably have like at least 10 more from Book of the Month that I haven't read yet.
Yeah.
But like none of them like were enticing me when I was making this list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine will probably change. Not change, just add to.
Yeah. She read 120 books this like past
21.
year.
My book's on Kindle TBR. So it's the Never After series by Emily. Couldn't even pronounce her name if I even tried. So, Emily, you know who you are. Like Erie?
McIntyre. McIntyre?
Is there a T?
Yeah, I'm looking at a T.
My bad.
That's gonna be my guess. As long as you wrote it out right.
McIntyre.
Okay.
Okay, my bad. Whoops. Hope she doesn't see this video. Okay, so it's Hooked, Scarred, Wretched, Twisted, Crossed, and Hexed.
Oh, those are the...
Yes, these are the Disney villain inspired books. And if you know anything about me, is that I love Disney villains. Like, it's an obsession. Like, it's a healthy obsession. I have literally Squishmallows. I have Maleficent and Ursula, and I'm currently on the hunt for Evil Queen and Cruella.
Okay.
That's not like the weird like long one that looks like a hot dog,
Mm-hmm.
but like the actual like Squishmallows. I'm on the hunt for those. So if anybody sees those, let them know. I need them. Okay. And then for my Kindle TBR, The Veiled Kingdom and the Hunted Heir by Holly Renee.
Okay.
So excited to read that. I was supposed to read that way earlier in the year. Didn't. Other books got in the way, but these I will read it. Everyone says it is so good, and like the spice and the tension in this fantasy romance, but there's still the fantasy aspect. Sold.
Love.
Don't even need to know anything about what's in the book. Just that description.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Wild Love and Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver.
Okay.
Cowboy romance. So excited to read those. Again, I was supposed to read it this year. I read way too many of her books. I had to stop. I will be returning to them next year. And then the Ravenhood series by Kate Stewart. It's Flock, Exodus, and The Finish Line. Again, I don't know what the heck these are about.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone just talks about it on TikTok, and some people cry in the last one. Sounds interesting. I will read it. Why not?
You got me.
So, that is my Kindle TBR. I'm making my TBR for 2025 kind of short because I know I'm going to go way over this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say I'm going to read a book and then end up not reading it.
Yeah.
Because I get, how do you say, distracted
Yeah.
by other books. So, keeping it simple.
Some just are a little more convincing than others, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, I'm like, do I want to read a physical or do I want to read an ebook?
Yeah.
Where I can lay in my bed and actually like cuddle up and read it. Because I got a clicker.
You don't have to like change sides between which side of the book you're on. You
Yeah.
have to do that.
Or like sit up. Well, I can't like lay down and read a book.
Oh.
Because my arms get tired.
Oh no, like I like lay down and then I like, you know, like read it like this. But then when I go to the
But, like,
other
your
page,
arm
I have
gets
to go
tired.
this way.
Like the arm that's holding the
No, because
top
I just
one.
put it like right here. And then it's like leaned against the like.
It still gets tired. And I
Oh.
can't read sideways.
Oh.
I
Well,
just-
your head is sideways too.
I know, but like, anyways.
Okay.
But I have a Kindle stand, like arm stand thing that holds my Kindle, and I got a clicker. So now I get to like cuddle up and like just do click, click from under my blanket.
That's fun. Okay. So mine. Okay. So mine, I don't know if these are on Kindle Unlimited or where they are, to be honest. All of these are literally, I went through all of my screenshots that I've taken in the past like 4 months and sent to either you or my sister and said, oh, it sounds really good. And then I would save it into an album for later.
Yeah.
Some of them are on Kindle Unlimited, I'm sure. Some of them I have no clue. But I'm going to find them.
Yeah.
I'm going to
I mean,
find
you
them.
can also just read it on ebook because like,
Yeah.
they're probably like a couple dollars.
Yeah. Okay. First, Puffed by Helena Hunting. This one I know is on Kindle Unlimited because I almost bought it today, and that is why it's on the top of this list because I was really close to buying it, but then I saw that it was on Kindle Unlimited. I'm like, okay, it's okay. I can wait till after I get my Kindle, you know?
Yeah.
I can. But it's a hockey romance, obviously.
Adding that to my Kindle TBR.
Yep. Season Scheming by Katie Bailey. I don't remember what any of these are about because they're all like TikToks I've seen from very long ago. Reckless Hands by T.L. Smith. Tempt Our Fate by Kat Singleton. Kingdom of Flames and Flowers by Ravenstorm.
I think
That is the one I'm sure everyone's seen. It's where like you're about to be sacrificed to a dragon and then it turns into a naked man.
Oh yeah, you sent me that one.
Yeah, I'm sure I did. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm gonna read that.
Yeah.
I really hope it's on Kindle Unlimited. Close to Midnight by Karen Hart. Breakaway by Anastasia
Anastasia White. Yeah. I read that this year.
Okay.
So good.
Yeah.
There's 2 before that one, so you might want to read the whole series.
Oh, I hate when you tell me that. It's the second time she said that to me. Okay, well, I guess the 2 before that as well. Center Ice by Julia Connors. Fireline by Maggie Gates. Only for Him by Willow Winters. Death's Obsession by Avina St. Graves. She's really good at social media. Like, all of her videos about her books, I immediately add to my bookmarks. Like, they seem really spicy. Anyway, what was that? The Time I Took Down a Cult by Rebel Carter.
Oh.
Have you heard of that?
No, that one sounds interesting.
No, it's so like, I think if I remember correctly, she like has an arranged marriage, I think. And then they go to like sacrifice her. No. Or she like marries for love. I don't know. Somehow she gets married. And then her now husband, sacrifices her to a demon. And the demon wants her. And then I think they go back up and kill the cult. I don't know. She falls in love with the demon. That's all I needed to hear. Arrogant King by Skylar Mason. The Sons of Shadow Vale by Karen Hart. Royal Hunt by Ravenstorm. Green Light by Jessie Hall. Wreck and Ruin by Emma Slate. Haunting Adeline. I don't know who it's by. Do you know it off the top of your head?
No.
But I haven't read it yet, but I know she has. I just feel like I need to know.
Yeah.
I don't really read dark romance yet, but I really like want to get into it. So like I've heard that's good.
No.
Oh no.
It's not good. Like that is like
it's not dipping your toe in.
No, that's just
straight cannonball.
Cannonball.
Oh, great, even better. Okay. If I like can't stomach that, then I shouldn't stomach any of it. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. All the Wrong Plays by C.W. Farnsworth. The Perfect Spiral by Ashley Constantine. Leave Me Behind by K.M. Moranova. The Finisher by Runix. But apparently it's book 4 in a series. So obviously I have to read the first 3 first. That was one I just saw TikTok about. And she was just, the girl like reviewing it was very convincing that I had to read it. And she got me. Rook and Rebel by Kate Crew. Scorpion by Avina St. James. Viciously Yours by Jamie Applegate Hunter. I've been seeing that one for almost like a year and a half now. And I like keep them like, do I want to read it? Maybe not. But then I saw like a new video for it. I said, it's a yes. I do. I really do. Faux Beau by Marina Adair. Okay. This one, I don't know if I want to read it because of the comments on the video that like I got very tempted to read it by. But it's a hockey romance. And it's like the girl is sitting like watching the game and the kiss cam goes on her by like with some guy that she's sitting next to, and the player like says like get the F away from her kind of thing. I was like, oh, I want to read that. But it's called Sleek Kitten. And apparently, in the comments, he calls her kitten a lot throughout the whole book. And I don't know if that's an ick for me or not. But, like, apparently he says it in his POV and her POV and stuff. And I don't know how I'm going to feel about that once I'm reading it.
I think that would be an ick for me.
I think it will be, too. But, like, I think, depending on how long it is, I might just power through. And then Bonded by Thorns by Elizabeth Helen. And that is my other TBR. But also I have a 1-year-old daughter, so there's a very fat chance I'll only get through like, I don't know, 5 of these. Let's be honest.
For the whole year?
No, I'm sure. I've definitely been getting better at reading.
At least half.
Yeah. I've been getting better at reading like the last like, I've read more books in the last 4 months than I have in like the whole year. So hopefully next year it's a little
due to me. Not at all.
100% due to her. I feel like you've like kept me like accountable where I'm like, oh, like should I stay up to finish this book or read a couple more chapters, or should I just go to bed? And before, the answer was always, oh, let's just go to bed. But like now it's like, no, I want to talk to Millie about it. So like it's like,
or like I'm like, hey, I'm at this chapter. Where are you at? And you're like,
I'm not there yet.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Or I'm like, okay, when you get there, let's talk.
Yeah. Or vice versa.
Yeah.
The first book, you're like, where are you at? I was like, I finished. You're like,
damn it. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay. So, the last part of this video, it is my books that are coming out in 2025 that I really want to read. This is a short list because I honestly cannot remember everything that's supposed to come out that I know I want to read.
Yeah.
I see so many things and I want to read so many things, but this is what like I legit want to read of authors I've already read.
Yeah.
And or
like the next book in your series.
Next book in the series. Starting off with January, and I'm not doing it in month order. This is the first one that I know for a fact is coming out in January, and I know for a fact I'm gonna read it. And it's Onyx Storm. And it's book number 3 in the Imperium series, because that's what the series is called.
Gotcha. Okay.
I will be reading it. I will be buying you a copy of it.
I think you should buy me a copy of Fourth Wing.
I will be buying you all 3 copies, like all 3 books, but you will be reading it with me.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, that messes up our timeline.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
I'll be reading it when it comes out. You might be a little behind.
Yeah, because I'm not going to start a new fantasy if we're still
doing
in
this.
Yeah.
Narts.
Yeah.
Anyways.
The palate cleansers. The palate cleanser.
Palate cleansers, where are you? Okay. So that's coming out in January.
Mm.
And then we have The Primal of Blood and Bone by JLA.
Yep.
That comes out in June.
That's on mine as well.
That
I only have 2 on mine. That's one of them.
I really want to read that. And then we have an Emily Henry book, and it's Great Big Beautiful Life.
Okay.
And that comes out in April. There's a lot of them that come out in April. I will not be reading them in April.
Yeah.
I will be buying them in April though. Okay, and then we have coming out in March, it's Summer in the City by Alex Astor.
That's my other one.
Yeah. We already pre-ordered
Yeah,
it.
we both already pre-ordered it.
We got the sprayed edges.
They're so pretty.
So pretty.
It's just all pink.
Yeah. And I think there's like cities.
No,
or,
I know.
like,
I'm
there's
just saying
something.
like
Oh, the book. Everything's
the vibe is all pink.
Yeah. So, now we have an Allie Hazelwood book. Comes out in February, and it's called Deep End.
Uh-huh.
And now this one is a swimmer romance.
Okay.
I have some, not tea, but like info about this book. It was not supposed to be called The Deep End or Deep End. It was.
Oh god.
Allie Hazelwood, I love her. It was supposed to be called Wet. But then her publisher made her change it, so she put Deep End.
Boo.
But still, literally, when it was on Goodreads and someone saw it and made a TikTok video of it, and it was just like the black, and then it's like Wet, and then coming out in 2025. Dude, someone saw that, screenshotted it right away before like her publisher made it, or they took it down, and they made a whole video about it. And
That's
I
crazy.
said, and not everybody that's like says like, hey, this book, you know, AKA Wet, because that's what like the whole running joke about it. But I wish it would have been called Wet.
I'm really excited for it now.
We will be reading that together.
Yeah, I love sports books.
Yeah.
But I also really like sports animes, and swimming animes, they're top notch. So I'm really excited for it.
I'm excited for her to do a sport.
Yeah, because
related.
None of the ones I've read of hers
No.
are sports. I don't know if she's ever done one.
Check and Mate was kind of like chess, but it's not like a sport. I mean,
like a physically exerting sport. That one's a mentally exerting sport.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because chess is a sport.
Yeah. That's what I said. Like, I mean,
but yeah.
Everything else is like
muscles.
Everything else is like scientist related.
Mm-hmm.
Because did you know she's a scientist or woman in STEM? Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I like, because almost all of her stuff is like factual.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that.
It takes me a minute to read her books because I feel so stupid. I'm like, I don't know what this means. Like the biochemist one, I'm like, which I'm guessing maybe all of them are. Anyways.
They're all around that.
It was Not in Love. I'm like, the fuck is she talking about? Google. That's why I have the Google app on my phone, because Google is so handy. Anyways, back to my TBR. We have Wild Side by Elsie Silver. That comes out in March. So I will be reading all 3 of that series in 2025.
Okay.
I will be waiting until March so I can read them back to back to back.
Yep.
Because I cannot skip around. Anyways, and then in April we have Fearless by Lauren Roberts. And this is the 3rd book in the Powerless
Got it. Okay.
trilogy.
I was like, I know that name.
Yeah. So it's Powerless, Reckless, and Fearless. Fearless is the last one. She's not pulling an Alex Astor. So it will be the last book in the series.
Okay.
Hopefully. She said it is. So I'm hoping her word is correct. Anyways. And then we have Watch Me by Tahare Mafi in April. And that is a continuation to the Shatter Me series.
Oh.
That's already finished. But this one is like
same universe?
No, this is like a continuation of the series. Like I think it's like 10 years after the book ended.
Period.
Not on a cliffhanger, just like
Open-ended.
Open-ended, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So like this
Room
one
for building.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This
okay.
one's, and I mean these books have been out for a while. Couldn't tell you how long, but it's been out for a while.
Yeah.
And then she decided to do this because everybody's like, I need to know what happens like
That's
in
nice.
the future.
Yeah.
Because there's not really an epilogue, like a full like
conclusion,
like tied up in a bow epilogue.
Yeah.
I love epilogues. If you didn't know, I really love an epilogue, especially an epilogue that can tell me like everything that happens like 5 years later.
Yeah, like
fuck yeah,
all the pieces fit together.
yeah. And we didn't just end like, okay, they have live happily ever after.
Maybe.
No, I need a okay, and then this has happened.
Yeah.
Anyways, so everyone asked for her to make this book, and she did.
That's nice.
Fuck yeah. I don't know if she's gonna like continue the series or just be that one. But I will be getting it or reading it at least. And then we have The Charlie Method by L. Kennedy, and that comes out in February. And that is the 3rd book of the 3rd series
From that.
of her hockey. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's The Deal, that one.
Yeah.
I don't know what, Off-Campus series?
Yeah.
No, that's the one this one is.
You can pull it out. Off-campus.
Off-Campus, yeah. So that's the Off-Campus, and then the Briar U
Oh, okay.
series. Those are like,
I haven't read
that
I've only
generation.
done the off-campus.
yeah, that's that generation. And then this series that this is the 3rd book of, that's the 2nd generation.
It's their kids.
The kids of the first 2 series.
Oh.
I already read the first 2, and I read it this year. And then this one comes out next year, and I will be reading it in February when it comes out.
Hopefully.
And then we have King of Envy by Anna Wong,
Okay.
and it comes out in April. I read her other, I think 5 in the King of Sane series, so maybe it's 4. I think it's 5, actually. So this is the 6th and or 7th, no, 5th and or 6th book in the series, and I will be reading it in April when it comes out.
Okay.
Okay, that was a lot in April.
And then the 3rd one on my list is the sequel to Phantasma, which is Enchantra. Enchantra. That's like, it's kind of hard to say.
I didn't want to say it. That's what I'm making you say it.
Love you. Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. We loved Phantasma.
We did.
Yeah. Oh, like, but there was a lot of unanswered questions in it. A lot.
This one's like the 2nd book.
Yeah. So I'm hoping it ties up some of the stuff from the first one, but it isn't focused on the same main characters.
No.
This one's her sister.
Yeah.
But I know that the first book characters are in it.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it ties up a lot of questions about it. But but then also I'm really excited.
My thing is, I don't see how it could tie it up if we're not in the first main couple's POV.
Well, I think the sister's gonna like investigate some of the stuff, kind of thing, or like, I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah,
she gotta figure it out.
Yeah, I really hope so. But yeah,
that's all.
That is our 2025 TBR.
Yeah.
We're so excited, and we're gonna be taking you along with us, and we might even do like, I don't know, I feel like it'd be cool if we did like ones that you're gonna read that I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Like I'm probably never gonna read. You can just tell me about them, and we could do it like a video on them, you know?
Yeah.
Because then you can still do your breakdown and everything, and I can just be watching a movie, like
be listening to and making a movie in your head.
Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah. Not like I'm watching a movie while you're talking.
Yeah, obviously.
But like I can get the gist of it without having to read it. But yeah, like you can just yap to me about it.
Out of everything, what is your number one most anticipated that is not JLA?
I forgot what's even on my list, dude. I'm really excited for Pucked, just because like I haven't read a hockey romance in a really long time, so I'm excited for that one. But also, I mean probably Lightlark, because like, I've just heard so many things and you talk about it all the time too. Like I'm like really excited just to like finally read it.
Yeah.
But also Bloodguard, because it is so pretty. I'm just really excited to read it because it's gorgeous. I don't know if you guys have seen like the special like sprayed edges and like the art in the first page. I'm gonna show you. Look how pretty it is. Sprayed edges all along, and literally the first page is beautiful, and the last page also beautiful. Yeah. Also, I like got this right as like the Gladiator movie came out. My husband really wanted to go watch it, and I was like, yeah, go watch it by yourself. But I'm like, I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So I'm really in the mind frame to watch it.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to read that one too. But other than that, JLA, because after the next book we read,
you won't know.
I'm caught up. I'm clueless. So I'm excited to finally finish it.
Yeah.
Or as much of it as we can.
Yeah. My most anticipated read, obviously, is Onyx Storm. But if I do not pick Onyx Storm, it would be Never After series. Yeah. So all of those books, which is a lot, but those are very high up there. Yeah. I want to read.
Also, the other Alex Astor one, I'm very excited for.
Oh,
her non-fantasy one.
Summer in the City?
Summer in the City. I'm very excited for that one. I've seen like a lot of her like PR for it, and it looks really good. And I feel like it's more of my vibe of like what I've been like wanting to read. Kind of. I think I am just kind of going into my rom-com vibes, but like we have to finish From Blood and Ash.
We have to finish From Blood and Ash.
But like I think doing our little Christmas break will give me enough of my rom-com sprinkle that I can go back to it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Do the whole social media thing.
Okay. If you are listening on podcast, leave us a review. Hopefully, a 5-star review. If not, I mean, any review is great. 5 stars is best. Be like me and give 5 stars to everything.
You gave 3 stars to a book this week. I'm just saying.
Let's not talk about that. But give us a 5-star. And it would help boost our ratings. So that would be great. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe and turn on your post notification so you know when we post and you can watch the video. If you want to follow us on TikTok and Instagram, our handle is Shadow Crown Book Club. So you can follow us on there. We talk about everything, not just From Blood and Ash. Like we do all book series, funny videos. I think we're pretty funny, so you should probably go follow us.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think that's all.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Bye. STUVWXYNZ. Now we know our ABCs.
Next time, won't you sing with me?
Welcome to, fuck, what are we called?
We're gonna have to redo that.
Yeah, let's cut.